Hey guys, it's Hannah here for VNN. We are at the 2013 Cambridge House Investment Conference. We're here for the May show. We were here for the January show a couple months back, and it was a really great feeling. There was a lot of optimism, and I'm feeling like it's going to be the same kind of environment here. We're going to be talking to investors, we're going to be talking to companies, to speakers that are going to be talking during the event. So we're going to get out on the floor and start seeing what people are projecting for this year. Let's get out there. I'm here with Mike Stark from Canamex Resources. Mike, can you tell me a little bit about what's going on with Canamex?
Sure, I'd be glad to. We are a young company in the exploration stage right now in Nevada. We have about 4.1 million back right in January, and we are in our second phase of drilling right now, which is very encouraging. We have some encouraging results of over 300 feet, 3.5 grams, 3.8 grams material. And we are just finished that first phase. We're moving into the second phase, which is the old historic resource area. There's a non-compliant 43-101 on it at 385,000 ounces. We plan to expand that and show some very encouraging results what are coming forward. Surface sampling, we've done up to 50 grams per ton. That's phenomenal.
Really exciting stuff coming from Canamex. Thank you so much. Hi guys, I'm here with Robert from Prima Florist Bar. Robert, can you tell me a little bit about where you guys are at in the state?
We're going in this summer. We've got a historic resource of 3.5 million tons.
Where is it located?
Northern BC, right on the Alaska Highway. This is it's a really high grade. It's about 33% fluorspar, which means with 3.5 million tons, we're sitting on approximately 1 million tons of fluorspar.
For those of our viewers that don't know what fluorspar is, can you tell us a little bit about what it is?
Fluorspar is something you use every day. It's been known for 40 years, and we were able to pull the whole thing together. We've got 55,000 acres, and we own 100% of the claims. And I should mention that there are no fluorspar mines in Canada or United States. It's used for making aluminum, steel, cement, Gore-Tex, Teflon. It's in 50% of the medicines. It's in your refrigerator. It's in your air conditioner. We would not survive without it.
Hi guys, I'm here with Jeff Berkwick. So Jeff, what did you decide to focus on for your speech at Cambridge this year?
Well, the speech topic was Bitcoin, bullion, and bullets. So I have a fairly negative view of what might happen in the next few years. I really see that the US dollar is going to collapse. The US government's going to collapse. There's just way too much debt, $17 trillion in debt. They're keeping interest rates at 0% right now because they have to, because if they allowed it to go to a free natural interest rate level, say 10%, that would be $1.7 trillion per year in interest payments alone. That's almost the entire tax base of the US. So it's over, it's finished, and it's just a matter of time now and how long until it happens. So I definitely advise people to be safe, invest in precious metals, things that Ben Bernanke can't counterfeit. And Bitcoin's also very interesting. I think people should be looking at it as definitely as a way to transact, because we're going to have all the fiat currencies in the world collapse, in my opinion, in the next few years. And so to try to move now to a non-fiat currency that's not actually run by a central bank, I think is something that people should get into and start learning how to use. And then I also suggested bullets, especially if you live in the US, if you live in a city in the US. It's when the dollar collapses and there's so many people on welfare, there's 50 million people on food stamps. When all that stuff starts to shut down, there's going to be some very angry people around, and I advise people just to get out of the US and even Canada and Europe and go to places where they don't have these kind of problems, which is a lot in Asia and Latin America.
Like Singapore? I think you said Singapore and Chile?
Yeah, Singapore's great. And I'm just developing a property right now in Chile called Galt's Gulch, and we're trying to attract people to come down. Chile's booming. Chile government has basically zero debt, zero deficits. They are very open, not very much regulation. The taxation isn't too bad, and because of it, the economy's booming. It's just absolutely booming, and most people don't realize it. And I think that's a place to go for the next few years, for sure.
Wow, really exciting. So I think you said in your speech, take your money out of your bank and bury it in your backyard, right?
Yeah, like the banks, what happened in Cyprus is going to happen all throughout Europe. It will happen in the US, it will happen in Canada. After the Cyprus event, not many people know this, but the Canadian government actually passed a thing in their 2013 budget that basically said if our banks have problems like the Cyprus banks did, the banks are allowed to just take the money of their own depositors to keep themselves solvent. That's actually in the budget of Canada, so they're letting you know right there. So don't consider that money safe. All that stuff like FDIC and all that, they're all bankrupt. It's all the banks are insolvent just by their nature. Fractional reserve banking, they actually have no cash. Things are going. There's going to be some major changes in the next few years.
Well, we really appreciate your insight. Thank you so much, Doug. Hey guys, it's Hannah for VNN. I'm here with Mickey Fulp, the mercenary geologist, and Brent Cook, the exploration insight specialist, it seems like. These two started their newsletters at the bottom of another bear market, and now they're here with us once again. So guys, what are you focusing on for this resource market right now?
We're focused on a bear market, obviously, and yes, we both started our newsletters, I think, within a week of each other in the heart of the crash of 2008, and there's probably a reason that we did that, and I'll defer to Brent to tell you those reasons.
And now you're here, right?
Yeah, well, I bought mine I've been working with Paul Van Eden, who had a letter, and in January of 2008, he stood on stage here and said, sell everything, which included his newsletter, which is what I sort of bought and rebranded. And I think my graphics are better than his graphics. Where does it go from now? How bad does this get? Are we seen bottom?
Well, I went on stage in January at the Cambridge House and said, it looks to me like the bottom is in, and we're, 20% or more down since then. So I don't really know. Here's what I see. We've got summer doldrums coming, and the market is usually dead. We're trading 40 million shares daily on the venture exchange, and a healthy venture exchange trades 200 million a day. So where's the buying, where's the selling going to come from? I don't see it over the summer.
I think we have some real carnage coming, some serious carnage. I mean, we've been decimated, the juniors decimated, the large companies decimated, but I think we're going to see over the next year or so some major companies go under, pull projects off the books, stop mines. We're going to see some serious carnage, I think. And so I'm being quite cautious in what I'm buying, but that's going to lead us, when we started, in the bottom of the last one, to some incredibly good values. You just got to be cautious, selective, and know what you're buying. But I think it's quality. I think there's still an anvil coming down on our heads.
And like Brent, we're two economic geologists, so we have to be kind of eternal optimists, because our chances of success in this business from a prospect to a mine is so slim. So what I see is, much like he does, carnage. That's a great word for it. But that's going to present some really nice buying opportunities, and there's going to be some nice assets that are going to be sold at distressed prices to companies that can survive this. And certainly there's a minority of companies in the junior resource sector that will survive and come out of this much stronger.
So, and during your speech that you mentioned some companies that you were focusing on, and what requirements are you looking at?
Well, in the junior sector, it's management, of course, how much cash they got. Mickey's got the same share structure and project. I mean, for Mickey and I, were both geologists, so ultimately, to me, it comes down to the project. Is it a viable target? Is it real? And I think more than half the projects I go visit, even if the company's successful, it's irrelevant. It does not matter to the share price. So you can clean out all these, half of these companies just real quick and focus on only the best. So that's what I'm looking at.
And what about yourself?
Unfortunately, we could clean them out quickly, but this is a long, drawn-out affair. It does not happen quickly. But what we are seeing is a couple of companies every week getting delisted right now, and so that's healthy for the business.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I feel so honored to be standing between two such brilliant minds over here.